When it comes to reducing tobacco-related death and disease for adult smokers in the United States, traditional approaches have made real progress. But with over 30 million adults still smoking cigarettes, an opportunity exists to do more. A harm reduction approach to tobacco regulation can help seize that opportunity. Tobacco harm reduction, which complements existing public health strategies of reducing initiation and increasing cessation, focuses on switching adult smokers who can't or won't quit cigarettes to FDA-authorized smoke-free tobacco products and represents a better approach. Recent survey results show that society agrees. 2 out of 3 adults in the general population and more than 4 out of 5 primary care physicians and policy professionals support the public health concept of tobacco harm reduction. Majorities of adults in the general population, primary care physicians and policy professionals think tobacco harm reduction is a better approach than trying to end all tobacco use through bans and high taxes. But misbeliefs and misperceptions about nicotine and smoke-free tobacco products form barriers to fully realizing tobacco harm reduction goals. In discussing the effects of cigarette smoke versus nicotine, the US Food and Drug Administration said that it's the toxic mix of chemicals, not nicotine, that cause serious health effects among those who use tobacco products. Unfortunately, the majority of primary care physicians, policy professionals and adult smokers surveyed believe the nicotine that's in the cigarettes is more harmful or equally harmful as the smoke that's inhaled from burning tobacco. At least 7 out of 10 do not view heated tobacco products as a significantly less harmful alternative to cigarettes or don't know. And more than half of primary care physicians, policy professionals and adult smokers surveyed are unaware that the FDA has authorized the sale of some smoke-free tobacco products and determined they are appropriate for the protection of public health because they pose significantly lower risk to users than cigarettes. Closing the knowledge gap is critical to realizing the potential of tobacco harm reduction. When respondents were informed of the public health strategy of tobacco harm reduction and FDA's authorization of some smoke-free products as lower risk, the majority of adult smokers, primary care physicians, policy professionals, and general population adults all agreed that cigarette smokers who can't or won't quit smoking should switch to smoke-free tobacco products. The medical, scientific, and policy-making communities, as well as the tobacco industry, have important and urgent roles to play to advance tobacco harm reduction. Adult smokers look to the medical and policy-making communities for credible information on tobacco harm reduction. More than 4 out of 5 view their doctor as the most trusted source of information on tobacco-related issues like tobacco harm reduction. And more than 2 out of 3 view government health authorities and university scientists and researchers as trustworthy sources too. And if certain tobacco products have been scientifically shown to be less risky than cigarettes, most say government health authorities and physicians have a responsibility to communicate this information to adult tobacco consumers. Society believes tobacco companies have an important role to play too. At least 7 out of 10 general population adults, primary care physicians, and policy professionals believe that tobacco companies have a responsibility to develop less harmful tobacco products. And tobacco companies should focus on transitioning adult smokers away from cigarettes to potentially less harmful alternatives. The death and disease from smoking can be reduced by transitioning adult smokers to FDA-authorized smoke-free products. This transition can be accelerated by providing adult smokers with FDA-authorized, accurate and non-misleading information about the smoke-free products. Industry will do its part, but we all have a role to play. A consistent message from the public health community can accelerate tobacco harm reduction.